A lot of people were falsely advertised that Justin Bieber was going to be there, so there was a lot of money spent on tables. Crazy part is, do you know that man did not look like Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber is fired up and ready to take legal action against a man straight up pretending to be him. This fake Bieber was actually caught performing on stage like the real deal, and the wild part, he even got paid for it. Who's this bold imposter? Let's break it down. So here's the tea. Justin is heated because there's some random dude running around playing Justin Bieber like it's his full-time job, soaking up attention that doesn't belong to him. Picture this. We're at the Cement Club X's in Las Vegas. The crowd is packed, the lights are crazy, and suddenly, Justin Bieber appears. He jumps into Sorry, and the whole club goes off like it's the real thing. But here's where it gets messy. Crowd thought the rumors were true, that Bieber himself would be pulling up that night. That's why the place was wall-to-wall fans. But take a closer look at this so-called Bieber, and you'll see it's not the superstar at all. It's more like a knockoff Bieber, a dollar store Justin, if you will. I mean, right away you can tell something's off. The guy's built a little wider than Justin, but then again, the tattoos are copied so well that some people really got tricked. And get this, the fake even went as far as doing a full meet and greet, posing and acting like he was Justin. Imagine how embarrassing that must be, pretending to live in another man's skin. This whole mess has Justin Bieber absolutely furious. And honestly, who wouldn't be? Imagine somebody out there rocking the stage, pocketing money, and pretending to be you without even saying it's a fake. That's straight up disrespectful. It's almost like seeing a knockoff version of yourself posted online, and you'd instantly know it doesn't match the real image. So here's what went down. All of this chaos happened at the X's nightclub inside the Wynn Las Vegas. And trust me, the Wynn does not mess around. But the wild part, DJ Griffin, the man in charge of the night, fully believed this was the real Bieber. Like, come on, how did he fall for that? Now, I'll be real, I hadn't heard much about DJ Griffin before this drama, but one thing's clear. He was totally convinced Justin had stepped into the building. He even went as far as posting a whole video bragging about the moment, only to later realize he got played by a professional fake. And get this, DJ Griffin didn't catch on until the show was already over, the lights dimmed, and the imposter had bounced out of the club with people still thinking they saw the real deal. Imagine the embarrassment. It's basically like one of those scenes where the narrator jumps in saying, "Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation." So here's the wildest part. This fake Bieber didn't just roll up solo, he came with a whole team. Yeah, his crew had him performing Sorry, like it was some world tour, when in reality, the team looked thrown together just for this one night. Let's be real, no way this dude has an actual squad backing him long term, but they played the part so well that the crowd bought every second of it. And honestly, with the Vegas lights flashing, the drinks flowing, and the energy crazy, I can see how people got fooled. The vocals weren't even bad. Easy to copy, but still shocking. People in the crowd were swearing on their life that it had to be Bieber, just maybe a little heavier than the last time we saw him. That's how deep the illusion went. DJ Griffin, I gotta say it, if I were you, I'd feel so embarrassed. This imposter had the entire venue wrapped around his finger, and now we finally know the name behind the stunt, Dylan DeLos. Yep, this guy, reportedly from Europe, has been pulling Bieber stunts for years. He doesn't just impersonate Justin, he's built his whole identity around being a knockoff Bieber. But it's game over now. Dylan has officially been banned from the Wynn Las Vegas. Not just that club, but all Wynn properties for life. And the Wynn is no joke. They pride themselves on being upscale, polished, and above the chaos. So the fact they hyped a fake Bieber as the real deal, that's straight up embarrassing for their brand. Who's even running things over there if this slipped through?
We got fired today. Probably a lot more people are gonna get fired today. The Wynn is not happy with what happened. A lot of money was comped yesterday. A lot of people were falsely advertised that Justin Bieber was going to be there, so there was a lot of money spent on tables based off that. The crazy part is, do you know that man did not look like Justin Bieber? Hello, what? No.
But now back to the drama in Vegas. Because the rumor mill had people convinced Justin Bieber himself would be pulling up, XS Nightclub decided to crank up their table prices like crazy. We're talking way more than the usual cost, just because They thought an A-lister was about to show face. But once the truth hit and fans realized it wasn't Justin, frustration turned into chaos. Guests were demanding refunds left and right, and the club ended up losing big that night. And the internet? Oh, they had a field day roasting this mess. Someone joked this was the teen mood Justin Bieber, while another laughed, why would Justin Bieber be at the outlets? One savage even said, my mom is 87 and looks more like Justin Bieber than he does. The shade was endless. The funniest part is how many people couldn't tell the difference in the moment. Like, was the talent really on the same level? Was the music convincing enough? I mean, sure, the DJ didn't just throw on an empty track. The impostor was actually singing, but so lightly into the mic, you could barely call it performing. It's wild that such a weak act fooled an entire packed nightclub into believing they were seeing a global superstar. Here's the crazy part. If you pull up Google images of Dylan next to Justin, the resemblance is tiny, like barely there. And yet somehow, Dylan has managed to fully transform himself into a Bieber clone. He doesn't just copy Justin's outfits or hairstyle, he's actually gone as far as tattooing his body to match Bieber's ink. That's where it crosses into disturbing territory. Think about it. This dude is permanently marking his skin with tattoos linked to Justin's real life, even ones tied to Selena Gomez and other people important in Justin's world. That's not just imitation. That's obsession. It screams creepy and unsettling, like a total loss of identity. And then came the aftermath of the Vegas debacle. Dylan popped up again, rocking sunglasses and a Bieber-style haircut, trying so hard to nail the look. From a distance, maybe you'd do a double take, but up close, jump scare. It's giving more Justin Bieber mixed with Liam Payne than anything else. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. What makes it even more bizarre is that Dylan has made it his mission to live as Justin Bieber. I found videos of him actually trying to sing like Bieber, and trust me, I'll save your ears because it sounds nothing alike. Despite sounding nothing like JB, Dylan has already pulled in around 30,000 followers on TikTok just from playing this fake persona. Wild! Right! You'd think after all this work, Dylan would have built himself a real platform by now. But nope, he's been at this for years, and it's still unclear what he's really getting out of it. He's not blowing up on his own socials, yet he's out here paying these so-called security bros to follow him around. And let's be real, they don't even look like legit security. Protecting him from what exactly? Even Justin Bieber himself doesn't roll that deep with bodyguards. It's pure cringe. Dylan strutting like he's the real JB, surrounded by fake muscle. Justin would never be caught dead pulling something like that. But here's the shocking twist. Dylan's antics actually caught Hailey Bieber's attention once. She straight up commented, "I'm scared," after seeing a video of him on the subway, styled to look like her husband. That's next level creepy. And if we're keeping it real, Justin Bieber would never ride the subway like that anyway. In the US, this Vegas stunt was Dylan's first big viral moment pretending to be Justin. Most of his press has actually come from Europe, where he managed to get booked on some random late-night show. Yep, they gave him a stage and he actually performed, copying Bieber's whole vibe. I've seen the clip and let me tell you, he was trying hard, but the results? Awkward at best. It's giving cosplay karaoke more than pop star energy. Wow, he really thinks he's gonna forever pull this off, but watching it, you can't help but shake your head. Okay, am I Justin Bieber now? That's basically the energy Dylan gives off. But if anyone's still doubting whether the Vegas performer was fake, the proof came quick. Paparazzi shots popped up of the real Justin Bieber last night at a restaurant in West Hollywood. And this wasn't some secret hideout. It's a spot right on the street where locals walk by daily. Justin was there with Hailey, hanging out and even interacting with kids. Totally blowing up the impostor's cover. What's crazy is how casual it all was. I've walked by that restaurant so many times, it's literally the kind of place you could just stumble across while running errands in LA. Seeing huge celebs like Justin and Hailey chilling in such a familiar spot? Surreal! Now, you know I had to peek at the menu because food tells you everything. They've got mussels rigatoni, a veggie French dip, yeah, hard pass, grilled chicken, again, pass, and then the heavy hitters. Short ribs and whipped cheese. Now that's what I'm ordering. Honestly, short ribs are the move. And for some reason, Hailey just gives me short rib energy. And Hailey kept it mysterious as always, posting a random snap of Justin on Instagram with the caption, "That's Jack's Dada. Sweet, But here's the twist. In the photos, Justin's expression had fans talking. People swore his face was giving a little Dylan energy. Imagine that, the real Bieber getting compared to his own impersonator in the middle of all this chaos. Maybe they really do look more alike than I thought? Because the internet is not holding back. One person flat out said, "He looks rough," while Haley posted the pic like he was looking prime again. Harsh reality? Reddit came for her quick. No, girl, he looks just like an addict. Brutal. The comments didn't stop there either. Someone else jumped in saying Justin is starting to resemble Chris Watts, and suddenly people were lumping Justin, Dylan, and Chris all into the same category. That's cold. Haley can't escape the heat either. Fans accuse her of acting like a desperate Twitter stan who still can't believe she bagged him. People are dragging her saying she's never beating the stalker allegations. Others are convinced. She's constantly posting Justin just to prove he's still attractive. Feeding into that, "I've got his last name ego." Meanwhile, Justin's been super active on Instagram lately, and you all have noticed. His post with Eddie, his so-called secret boyfriend, got everyone talking, and y'all love that video. Now he's out here showing off with his hippie crew, hitting the golf course, and just living like nothing's wrong. It's wild seeing the real Justin do his thing while this Dylan clone is still lurking in the background. But here's the real question. How would you feel if some random was out there stealing your entire identity, copying your tattoos, and tricking fans for money? Something about Dylan's version of Bieber doesn't feel like harmless cosplay. It feels calculated, even creepy. Unlike someone like Derek Barry doing Britney for fun, this one just hits different. And not in a good way. So what do you think? Is this impersonator crossing the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget, hit like, share, and subscribe, because here at NoFilter, we drop celebrity gossip videos every single day. I'll see you in the next one, right here at NoFilter.